Good morning, and welcome to our newest edition of United We Learn. Thanks for joining us. I'm John Kelker, your president of United Way, and today we will be discussing how the community can support local programs during this pandemic. As we start, we have placed everyone on mute. During our program, please ask questions using the chat option. We will wrap up at 15 minutes, but United Way staff will stay on to address any questions. If you are watching a recorded version and have a question, please send them to feedback@uwcil.org. This morning, I'm joined by Jared Brown, Director of Resource Development, and Katrina Hayes, Director of Community Impact. To get us started, it's my pleasure to introduce Jared Brown, who is in his 8th year with United Way, having served as both our Director of Communications and Director of Resource Development. Jared?
Good morning, and thank you all for joining us today. When we talk about the effects of the pandemic on nonprofits, we've often talked about our response fund and the initial challenges faced by the sector. However, as our economy and communities recover, it's important to point out that it'll be our health and human service programs which lead the way. With 16 million unemployed Americans and permanent layoffs rising, nonprofits focused on basic needs, financial stability, and healthcare continue to see increased demand. At the same time, out-of-school programs are overwhelmed as we transition to remote learning. So meeting these challenges requires staff, volunteers, and funding, all three of which are somewhat challenged at the moment. While Americans gave generously to relief efforts, those donations were often concentrated into a small segment of nonprofit organizations. Donations to nonprofits overall have dropped 10 to 50% over the last 4 months. More than 5% of nonprofit organizations have permanently closed, and 1.6 million nonprofit employees have lost their jobs over the past few months. So with so much uncertainty, community support is more important than ever. So over the next few minutes, we're going to share with you ways that you can help, whether through volunteering or through a monetary donation. And joining us to talk about ways to volunteer and some of our local needs is our Director of Community Impact, Katrina Hayes, who is also serving in her 8th year with United Way.
Thanks, Jared. As Forbes magazine reported, COVID-19 has benched one of the most important workforces the nonprofit sector has, senior volunteers. Fearful of contracting COVID-19, many seniors are staying home. However, the need for volunteers has not gone away. In fact, in many sectors, they are seeing a higher demand for volunteers than ever before. Thus, it is shining a light on the need for workplace support of volunteer efforts and the involvement of young people across our community. Organizations and local school districts are in need of individuals to deliver meals to doorsteps, log on virtually to do life skills classes, provide support to children, and engage with individuals looking to enhance their work skills. And did you know, Big Brothers Big Sisters is even engaging mentors virtually. Hearing this need, seeing the opportunities, you may be asking, how do I get involved? A perfect place to find and sign up for volunteer opportunities, along with other needs, is Get Connected, our free online platform sponsored by Memorial Health System. At volunteer.springfieldunitedway.org, you can view volunteer opportunities and needs from organizations across our area. And thanks to our partnership with Serve Illinois, those local needs can be seen throughout the state. In fact, when you sign up, you can take the time to identify your top causes and organizations you are most interested in. And then anytime opportunities are posted that fit your interests, you will be automatically notified and those will be emailed to you, making getting involved in causes you care about very easy. However, we do not stop there. United Way works hard each year to create opportunities to help you, your coworkers, and your neighbors get engaged. Through Day of Action, our biannual volunteer event, we connect hundreds of volunteers to dozens of projects throughout Sangamon and Menard County area each spring and fall. And even in the depressing times of COVID-19, we create opportunities to give back. We brought you Week of Action in June, and we'll be again providing a virtual Day of Action this September. Whether from your home office, your living room, or your sidewalk, each of us can make a difference. Volunteering is critical, and getting involved helps to strengthen your skills and relationships. Each year, United Way seeks out individuals to help us drive our work and communicate our impact. Whether it is signing up to assist with the campaign, helping to make thank you calls, planning a fundraising event, or joining one of our vision councils or committees, we need people like you to help strengthen our work and our network in the community. Our call to action is give, advocate, volunteer. And to talk more about how you can give and why United Way makes a great choice for that precious investment, I will hand it back over to Jared Brown.
Thanks, Katrina. So when we talk about ways to help, it's important to remember that providing community services requires professional staff, a place to deliver services, and of course, supplies. And without people who provide financial support, none of our local organizations could operate. So a natural question you may be asking is, how do I choose where to make that gift to? Or how do I know my gift is making the greatest impact? Well, to answer these, the first thing I would hope you understand is that there is no single greatest need in our community. We're often asked this question, and need, for the most part, is a relative term. And the reality is that effectively helping others requires multiple programs addressing the multiple needs of the people they serve. This means not only making sure that our community's children have access to food while learning from home, but also making sure that out-of-school programs are available to help that child stay on track. Our panels of volunteers, our vision councils, understand how these needs are interrelated, and they have the data to show where community dollars are best invested. It allows you to know that you're not just helping a family in need or helping feed a family, but also helping a child to learn, helping a young adult obtain the skills they need to find new employment, and even helping a senior remain financially stable in their home. So whether you're making that gift to United Way or another charity, I'd love for you to consider a couple things. So first, focus more on impact and less on expenses. People tend to get bogged down on overhead, and the reality is that overhead or operating expenses is not an indication of efficiency, nor is it an indication of impact. Every charity, depending on the type of services they provide, have different operating expenses, and health and human service programs typically have higher expenses than most because they deal with people, and in many cases, the professionals providing services require special skills and education. So take the time to research that organization to not only learn about how they spend their money, but also to learn about the impact they're making. And don't just ask how many people they're helping or how many people they're serving. Ask how they're defining and measuring success. Every agency can tell you one success story, but measuring the program success across everyone they serve shows the real impact of that gift. So second, consider making that gift locally. You know, the bottom line is that a majority of our local programs receive little government support. They rely upon us, you and I, as a community to support them. This is why United Way only invests locally, because we believe that the best way to improve all of our lives is to invest in our own backyard. So once you've made a decision to make a gift to an organization, the next question is how and how much. So obviously you could mail a check or even drop off cash, which I wouldn't recommend. But you could also increase your impact by making a sustaining gift. Rather than writing out a check once a year, consider utilizing payroll deduction or setting up a monthly withdrawal from your bank account or credit card. Even though these ongoing gifts may be smaller than a lump sum gift, over time they add up, and it'll make it easier on your budget. You won't have to worry about remembering to write out a check every year. And for the nonprofit, it helps them better manage their finances throughout the year. Now, perhaps you're in a situation where you can't make a monetary gift, but could help raise some funds. And if this is the case, give us a call or talk to the organization that you're looking at helping. You could easily start a crowdfunding campaign where you could have a fundraising page to share with your friends or family to encourage them to give. It could easily, well, we can help you easily set up that page and even feature a message of why a particular cause is important to you. Another way to help would be to organize a virtual special event or help organize a special event at an organization. This is an easy and convenient way to help support a local organization. And right now, it could be as simple as inviting a club or a group of people into a virtual game night, or getting together 2 or 3 of your friends who are great cooks and having them do live cooking lessons. In recent months, we've been fortunate. We've seen musicians and singers and actors locally lend their talent to help raise money through virtual performances. And 2 of these people, United We Pipe, have raised more than $12,000 over the past 4 months to support local programs. So, doing something virtually can be successful. And then finally, if you own or manage a business, or work at a company without an employee giving program, give us a call. United Way's employee giving campaigns are designed to support the causes employees care the most about. It's a great way to demonstrate your company's support of local organizations in a way that's educational, offers full donor choice, and can be as simple or robust as your company wants. And since we're talking about the benefits of an employee giving campaign, it gives us the opportunity to maybe address some of the common misconceptions that we run into. And I believe John's going to rejoin us real quick, and maybe he can shed some light on some of those misconceptions.
Thanks, Jared. And thanks, Katrina, for showing how our community can support local programs. From time to time, we all need to be reminded of what's true about our local United Way and what's not. First, I think it's important for everyone to understand that we are part of a national network of nearly 1,600 autonomous organizations spanning 40 countries and territories and 6 continents, each governed and funded locally. As such, when someone makes a gift to our United Way, those funds stay in our community, with funding decisions made by local volunteers supporting programs serving our neighbors. And while we offer donor choice, my hope is that we take the time to learn how an undesignated gift to United Way helps us tackle our community's greatest challenges, addressing basic needs, education, financial stability, and health, by investing in local programs with measurable results that are focused on community-identified priorities. Conducting an annual fundraising campaign, coordinating our vision councils, and organizing and delivering local services requires professional staff, which means that we, like all nonprofits, have operating expenses. However, we have a volunteer board of directors who reviews and approves our expenses and have all of our financial records audited on an annual basis. No one on our staff makes $1 million or has a private jet. In fact, we publish our audited financials on our website and maintain the highest rating possible through Charity Navigator. And last, whether your gift is $3 per pay period through using payroll deduction or a $3,000 gift using a stock transfer, every gift matters, and we know this better than anyone. United Way's work is only possible because of the thousands of people who support us at the workplace and through their personal giving to help their neighbors. My thanks to Jared Brown and Katrina Hayes for helping me this morning, and bring a big thank you to you for joining us. Join us on September 4th when we will look at our work in the area of basic needs, supporting a safety net of food and shelter. This concludes today's program, and we will keep the session open if there are questions in chat. Any questions we don't get to, we will post on our website. So again, I want to thank you. I wish you a wonderful Friday and a great weekend.